Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Thursday, October 3rd, 2013. This is Texan TV News from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas, and I'm Stephanee Rhodes. In today's headlines, Tarleton State University's homecoming scheduled for Sunday, October 20th through Sunday, October 27th. In Dublin, Cinderella story about a one-shoed robber. In state news, healthcare budget battle in Dallas, and the state's financial outlook is looking better than ever. In national news, the Boston bombing suspect requests lighter prison restrictions. The Russian embassy attacked in Libya. In sports, MLB playoffs continue as the Rays roll through Cleveland. And Justin Bieber walks away spotless from alleged threat. In campus news, 2013 Homecoming, A Farmer's Dream, A Texan's Future, has been scheduled for Sunday, October 20th through Sunday, October 27th. The traditional picnic, yell contest, parade, tailgating event, and football game are among the planned activities for the homecoming celebration. Homecoming 2013 kicks off with a free concert October 20th with Jazz on the Green, featuring the Tarleton Jazz Ensemble and Langdon Center Big Band, and ends with Alpha Phi Omega's 50th anniversary celebration, a ticketed event from 1 to 3 p.m. in the Thompson Student Center ballrooms on Sunday, October 27th. The Texans' homecoming football game versus Texas A&M Commerce will kick off at 6 p.m. Saturday, and the ticket booth will open at 4 p.m. For ticket information, please call 254-968-1832. And for more information on the activities and the full homecoming schedule, visit the tarleton.edu website. In regional news, according to the Stephenville Empire Tribune, a Dublin man suspected of robbery was tracked down due to his lack of shoes. The Dublin area had a string of break-ins into cars in the area over the weekend. 4 car burglaries have occurred since Friday, and several more have been attempted. Most of the break-ins left little damage, but early Wednesday, something was used to smash a car window and the radio was ripped out of the dashboard. Officers believe there are 2 different parties responsible for the break-ins and have a suspect description they are working from. Tuesday night, a resident heard dogs barking and came out to find a man matching one of the suspect's description, who then fled the scene when the resident yelled. The suspect, however, left his shoe, which Officer Melinda Spence found at the scene. Spence took to the streets where she spotted a man with the shoes match. The suspect was questioned and released. However, Police Chief Sean Fulliger said the police hope to make arrests in the matter soon. And now, today's Texas, national, and international news from the Associated Press and Bree Lilly from Texan News Service. Texas News, according to Bree Lilly from Texan News Service, yesterday, Standard & Poor's, an American services company that publishes financial research and analysis on stocks and bonds, upgraded the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board's general obligation bonds. This is in addition to 4 other Texas entity ratings that on Tuesday were upgraded as well from AA+ to AAA, including the Public Finance Authority, Water Development Board, Transportation Commission Bond, and Veterans Land Board. The ratings increases come on the heels of the state's issuer credit rating upgrade that took place last week. In other Texas news, according to the Associated Press, U.S. Health and Human Services Secretary Kathleen Sebelius is visiting to describe how the federal health care overhauls to work at the grassroots level. Sebelius will join Dallas and Dallas County officials and community activists to discuss how best to inform their communities on the details of the Affordable Care Act. The Affordable Care Act originally required all states to enroll citizens making less than 138% of the federal poverty level in Medicaid, the joint state-federal health care program for the poor and disabled. But Governor Rick Perry has rejected all proposals to expand Medicaid, a system he calls broken. That means those who can't afford health insurance should turn to subsidized private coverage in a federally run Texas marketplace. In national news, lawyer for Jakar Tsarnaev, the suspect in Boston Marathon bombing on April 15th, are requesting that the judge loosen Tsarnaev's prison conditions. The lawyers explain that the conditions are overly harsh and make him almost completely isolated and are crippling their attempts at developing his case. His lawyers are the only visitors he's allowed to have, and they have very limited access to Tsarnaev. Special administrative measures were put on the suspect in the beginning of August, which restricts access to the mail, media, telephone, and visitors. It is said that these measures are contributing to the lack of communication between Tsarnaev and his defense team. It is also on record that he has become very known and received over 1,000 letters. Most of the letters state that they believe in his innocence and urge him to convert to Christianity. In international news, Wednesday, an armed mob broke into the Russian embassy compound in the Libyan capital of Tripoli, climbing over walls, breaking down a metal gate, and shooting in the air. According to Libyan officials, one of the attackers was killed by the gunfire, and four more of the attackers were wounded. The Russian Foreign Ministry confirmed the attack and said none of the embassy staff was wounded. Libyan officials said they believed the break-ins was in response to the death of a Libyan Air Force pilot Tuesday, who they said was killed by a Russian woman. It has also been said that the attackers took down the Russian flag that was hanging from the balcony of one of the buildings, but they did not enter the embassy buildings. Libyan authorities arrested a Russian woman and accused her of killing the pilot and writing offensive graffiti with his blood. The woman also was accused of stabbing and wounding the pilot's mother. Authorities said they did not know what the woman's motives might be, but noted that in the graffiti on the walls, she expressed sentiments against the Libyan uprising that drove longtime leader Muammar Gaddafi from power after an 8-month civil war in 2011. And in sports, the MLB postseason rolls on, even without the Rangers, as Tampa Bay shows they are a team ready for a playoff series. Alex Cobb was the starting pitcher for the Rays and was able to hold the Indians down for nearly 7 innings. The Rays won 4-0 after Delman Young homered in the third, putting the Rays up 1-0, and Tampa Bay never looked back. For the Rays, this is their third city to play in 4 days, and will be in Boston Friday to start a 5-game division series against the Red Sox. This makes the 4th appearance for the Rays in the playoffs in the last 6 years. In entertainment news, Justin Bieber is accused of threatening and spitting in the direction of a neighbor when confronted about his driving in the neighborhood. Los Angeles County prosecutors decided Wednesday there was insufficient evidence for criminal charges against Bieber. Prosecutor Alan Yoshlin described his behavior as immature and not one of criminality. They also could not press charges for reckless driving or other driving charges because it was not clear who was driving the vehicle at the time. And according to the Weather Channel, we should expect a high of 90, a low of 68 with a 10% chance of precipitation. This has been a production of Texan TV News, a product of the Texan News Service, from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas. You can follow the Texan News Service on Facebook and Twitter, and check out our website at www.texannews.net for all of your latest local, state, national, and international news, as well as all of your entertainment and sports news. Today's broadcast was produced by Bree Lilly, Todd Coley, Kira Sue Johnson, and Jasmine Nichols. I am Stephanee Rhodes. Have a wonderful day, Tarleton Texans.